Ring Fanatics Podcast, episode 72. I am Nick, your host, and with me, as
Woo!
always, my co host Joel to the left of me. Mania weekend just wrapped up. What a
Yes, it
fucking weekend.
did.
What a fucking weekend.
Wow.
Mania itself, night one, fucking banger. You already know that. Everything that happened, Ring of Honor, Hall of
Yup.
Fame, what else? GCW. Oh
A
my
lot
goodness. A
happened this
lot
week.
happened. It
A
was a
lot
weekend.
happened.
It was like like Gina said last week, Christmas for wrestling fans. It was
Yeah,
literally Christmas. Wake up every day, wrestling. Go to sleep, there's wrestling. I think there was
exactly.
GCW shows that happened at like what 12 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
Then I was
that's
like,
a fact. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. And
it
now
was tough
thinking
to keep up with
about it,
everything.
tough to keep up with everything. And now I'm even thinking about like, because always looking to the future.
Yeah.
LA next year. That means shows are gonna be ending East Coast time, maybe 5 a.m.
Oh damn, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be
That
ridiculous.
is gonna be ridiculous. Unless we
It's
go, unless we go there, but it'll be 5 a.m.
Then
there.
we in the same
Yeah.
time zone, baby.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
where do you want to start? Do you want to start at Hall of Fame, like start it off fresh Friday night?
Fresh Friday. Yeah, that's what I was heading towards. Fresh Friday night,
Friday
Hall of
night. Let's
Fame.
talk about how trash SmackDown was, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I
I
completely skipped SmackDown because I
Yeah,
was
video
focusing on Hall of Fame.
packages. I was focusing on other things too because we had FTR versus the Briscoes happening.
Yes, that was that night as well.
I personally match of the weekend wrestling
Yes.
wise overall.
Yeah,
Um the hype, it lived up to the hype.
it did, yes.
It lived
The
up to
Young
the
Bucks
hype.
part surprised me. I was like, when they saw them, I'm like, wait, is this going down? I thought it was gonna be FTR. I'm sorry, Young Bucks versus Briscoes, but I'm like, they went with FTR for it as a recording Wednesday night.
Yeah.
FTR and Young Bucks are happening as we probably as we speak at tonight or whatever.
Yeah,
But
they're the main event tonight.
the main event tonight. Okay, okay.
Now this asks the question, right? Like what happens with the Briscoes? Are they staying? Are they going? Like what's happening, right?
I don't think they're doing AEW because of the whole situation between them. But
Keep them in Ring
I
of Honor. You can
yeah.
keep them in Ring of
Yeah,
Honor. Come on, they
sign them
can
to Ring of
still
Honor.
go.
Yeah.
They still go, bro. It's not
Yeah.
even like yeah, they're getting up there in age, but they're not showing it.
Yeah. I don't even know how old they are, but it doesn't matter because they're still
Yeah.
going, like you said.
I'll tell you
But
right
it
now, they were on the first Ring of Honor show in 2002.
wow,
So that right there
that
tells
long.
you
Yeah.
they're pretty up there in age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I didn't even think about that.
they've been wrestling for a while now. And you couldn't even tell like what their age was. They still killing it
Yeah.
out there. So that was a banger. Samoa Joe returning,
Returning.
right? Returning right as Hall of Fame was about to begin. So Ring of Honor ended right as Hall of Fame was about to begin.
Yeah.
So
I
it
was thinking about that. I'm like, what's
worked
gonna
out
get the bigger
perfectly
moment?
for me.
Yeah.
Worked out perfectly.
Yeah. And
When you
that was a shocker. I when I saw him, I'm like, I held back. I'm like, I was speechless. I'm like, is this real right now? Or is it like
yeah,
I mean,
that was
he had when is the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame though? I mean, you have to make an appearance at some point, right? Was that like not the
I don't know if it I think it was just them doing it, like, on YouTube, like, just doing a little video for them. I don't think it was, like, a
like a whole
actual, like
speech thing?
yeah, I
Okay.
don't think they're gonna actually do that, which would be dope, though. But, I guess most of the guys that are in it are still wrestling. So, like,
Yeah. So it's not
it
like they're
doesn't really
retiring or anything.
yeah, so it's like yeah, so you really don't want them to give the speech? Talk about speeches,
Damn, that Undertaker one.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like I said, you give him an open mic, you don't question nothing, you let him go as long as he wants to go.
I was worried for a second though. I thought
Why?
like I because when everyone else had the time limit, I'm like, oh please don't give Taker five
That's what I
minutes.
thought. I was like, "Yo," because they started off with the Steiners, and he
Good.
was like,
Just
"Wow, we
get him
have."
out of the way.
He was like, "Wow, we have 4 minutes," and you took up
Yeah.
3 minutes. I said, "Time
Yeah. I
out.
was like,
We
wait,
got
don't
time limits."
yeah. I thought that was done from last year. I'm like, okay, now they get to talk all they want.
Yeah,
But
it's. I guess not.
yeah, but then I'm glad Takers went almost an hour. Someone I saw it on Twitter. It was like almost an hour.
And I'm fine with that. It's
Yeah,
Taker. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
He needs to go. Yeah,
he deserves that hour.
yeah. And he shouted out like that moment right before he started talking when everyone was like on their feet. That gave me chills. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
of
sick.
course he deserves that. He deserves everything that he gotten this weekend.
It's Taker,
It's
man.
Take
Like
exactly. What
it
can you
was
say?
great, and it was the first time we as fans got to see Taker talk like that. Like, of
Yeah.
course, you have the docs, you have the new show Evil where he talks, you have the interviews he's done, but he's never done it in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
He's never talked as Mark in front of a
Yeah.
crowd.
And
I
yeah, that's the best way to do it. I mean, you're not gonna have the full character just talk for an hour. Obviously, that was
Yeah,
expected, but it was like, I'm glad he did that. He got his moment that he deserved, and like I said, I was scared for at first, think he was gonna get like a few minutes and that's it. But he
yeah,
did what he needed to do. He said everything he wanted to say. They didn't really give him any like a script or anything.
yeah.
Vince
It
said
was
his
sick.
thing beforehand, which was pretty cool. You know, like he did a Vince thing and just went short and sweet.
Yeah,
Said what he needed to say about Taker, and that's it.
which makes sense. It's Vince. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And Undertaker's his guy. You know what I
yeah.
mean? As much as people want to say Hogan, 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 Undertaker
Undertaker was
is
him.
Vince's maybe greatest creation.
Yeah,
I would say is his greatest creation.
yeah. Like if yeah,
No doubt
I
about
would
it.
I would agree at the same thing. It's the best thing he's ever done for this company was create
Oh yeah.
Taker.
Exactly. So then
And
we got Hall of Fame, right?
yeah,
Then we jump into Saturday.
did you watch
Let's
the NXT show by the way?
talk about Saturday. Yes, I did. Did you
I
watch
I
it?
I only saw the ladder match because that was the only match I was looking forward to, and that
Incredible.
actually was actually really really good. That caught
Incredible,
my
right?
attention. It was an incredible match.
Um, why did I watch it? It was a fucking waste of time. If you're listening to this
Yeah,
on Wednesday, you know watching the Saturday show was a
was a
waste
waste
of
of time.
fucking time, bro. What? Like the main event was dope, right?
Yeah,
Main event was dope. It was like, wow, like this is this is Dolph's time. Like they're gonna just let him
yeah,
hold the title. My first thought was, boom, they're bringing Breaker up. Like
yeah,
they're gonna just put the rocket on him, right?
yeah.
They decide to have the rematch Monday
On Raw, and
and
I'm
then
like,
have Breaker win. What
that
was the point
point.
of having it? I don't get it.
And then Toxic Attraction won their titles back on yesterday, and it's like, w- that just makes a even
NXT,
more of a fool of Dakota Kai and
NXT,
Raquel Gonzalez, and I'm like, what was the point of Saturday?
are they getting called up? Like if they're getting called up, it makes sense, but not really because you should have just had them lose on Saturday.
Exactly, it's
They
just a
were on
few
the
days earlier.
pre-show anyway. It wasn't like
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
it
They were
was
on the
wow.
pre-show.
Then we watched the women's match. I don't want to talk bad about the women of NXT. Like it wasn't a bad match, but when you're used to what NXT used to deliver with women wrestling,
That's not it, right?
it's taken a fall. You know what I mean? It's gone a little downhill. Hopefully, it picks back up. It wasn't like a terrible match, but it just wasn't up to NXT takeover standards.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that's
Especially during Mania weekend when they have actually a larger crowd than usual. It's like you want to go
oh
out
yeah.
there and put on a show. You know, like you said, like it's I get it's Saturday afternoon. Mania was probably gonna overshadow it anyways.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm thinking their thought was like, oh, Mania was better. Let's wait till Raw or NXT to give them a spotlight.
I
Where
told you you go finish. My
yeah,
bad.
so like they probably decided, oh, let's do it on Monday and Tuesday, give them a spotlight. Maybe people forgot about Takeover or something. I don't know.
Maybe. My whole thought was I told you guys this last week. NXT should have been the pre-show.
Yeah, you did.
NXT should have been the pre-show. Give them that time and that place. Even though the crowd isn't maybe the whole crowd isn't into it, a lot of people will be interested.
Yeah,
Like I said, the matches were okay. They weren't like the ladder match was incredible.
it
The
was.
main event was dope as hell. That was a cool ending. That was a shocking ending. That was like, whoa, they're gonna go with Ziggler. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. And then just the next 2 days, you just decide to change everything. NXT right now, especially what happened this afternoon.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
what's happening?
yeah. Like and it's like all over the place. It's like, oh my, like what just happened in just a few days? And it's
They
like,
just And they just picked up the tag titles, MSK.
Yeah, MSK. Yeah,
They
yeah.
just picked up the tag titles on
And
Saturday.
then they released one of them, and it's like they have a match next week. What are you gonna do? Just drop it completely?
You got to
200.
make a storyline or something.
Yeah,
You can't just, oh, we're having a tag team tournament. You got to explain it,
yeah.
especially that one of them is still in the company. It's not like they released
I
both of
know they
them,
didn't release both. That's weird. I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
but
That's what I'm.
it was because of, like,
Um. Yeah.
I saw it on Twitter last night and I was like,
Is it what you're thinking of? Because there's something else that went on too
wait,
with him.
what? With what?
The picture or what is
The
white?
picture of what?
Okay, so
The picture of him with the mustache?
yeah,
That, but also her saying that he
yeah,
hit her.
yeah. I don't think I don't know
I
about
don't know
what
the
him
full
hitting her.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not expert on it. It just came out.
But
I'm
the
not
picture
gonna
was like,
side with
okay, I get
anybody.
it.
Yeah. Um, but they were quick to do that. No investigation, no nothing. They were just I guess since because of the past, they were like, let's just cut ties.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Let's not hold on to him.
with
Let's
the whole
just cut
booing
ties.
situation,
What's up?
with the whole booing situation of like the crowd booing him because of what that girl's father said
Yeah.
about him. Yeah,
But like it was just but that's a whole nother like I was like, what? What's happening? Like they
yeah,
just like that. Like he's a champion. Like they
yeah,
didn't do no that they didn't do no bad. You know what I mean? Like it was just weird. But I get it. What was said to happen was crazy. But again, it's they said, he said, she said. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
so. But it is what it is, right? We're not
Maybe
siding with nobody.
maybe they're waiting to like it's further investigated to be like, okay, now you get to come back. As of
Yeah,
right now, we want no ties.
maybe that was them just releasing him and saying, "Yo, we're gonna do an
Yeah,
investigation. We just had to do this at the moment." You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Because he's still on the 30-day. Not I know it's NXT. It's 30 days for the non compete clause. So
Yo,
maybe
but stuff like this ruins careers. You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's tough. He's young.
he is. He is. And like look what Tony Storm said the other day. It's like she almost retired when she left WWE.
Yeah,
And shit like that affects people, you know?
facts.
Even though like like you said, like we don't know if it's he said, she said type of thing with this
Yeah,
situation, but it's like, stuff
because
like
it's
this
so
affects people.
brand new. It's like,
Yeah.
but let's not get down on this
Yeah, yeah.
episode,
We don't
okay?
wanna be
Oh, let's bring it
he's
back
bringing
up.
yeah, bring it back
After
up.
NXT finished, we had WrestleMania night
Mania.
one,
The
which
yeah. The best night between the 2, hands
yep,
down.
the night. I heard it
The night.
coming out your mouth. I want you to say it.
Yeah, same thing
The
last year.
best night.
Last year's night
Yeah,
1 was better than night 2.
and what's crazy is we knew it going in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We knew it going in.
And you called it too. You called
On
did you
paper,
say
it looked amazing.
yeah, did you say
We
before it was better
yeah,
already?
yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of a match that was actually like let me see the card real quick. I just gotta open the card because
Match that was what though?
that was kind of like oh, Happy Corbin and McIntyre was like the one match that was like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was
I
like
wasn't messing with it either. Like the only
yeah,
part of that match was like where he kicked out at the end of days, and I'm like, someone brought it up. That was the first person to ever kick out of it. And I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that's
And
actually
I
kind of
think
cool.
and I thought of that. I was while the match was happening, I told my brother, I said, yo, they've been mentioning that a lot. Like nobody has kicked
Yeah,
out of it. McIntyre got kicked out of it. And what happens? He kicks out of it. But to start off the night, also the whole sword shit, wow.
that was actually kind of dope. Not gonna lie, but
You
it was.
liked it?
I
I was
did.
like, I was a
I
bit.
wasn't because I wasn't expecting the whole rope to just come off. I thought I
I
was like,
feel you.
okay, he made it
I feel
like
you.
that
Yeah.
was kind of a cool,
Maybe it's
unexpected,
because
but a
I just
cool
look at McIntyre. I'm like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's
match.
because of that. Um, the first
You don't
match,
like McIntyre at all, bro.
yo,
You're Gina's gonna come back next week and be like, yo, stop messing with McIntyre.
it was fine. Like it was a cool match. It was again, it was a match that was like I could have saw this on SmackDown. Like I didn't need this on
Yeah.
Mania, but it is what it is. The tag match, the Usos versus Nakamura and Boogs.
Shout out to Boogs though. That was a nasty spot.
Bro, yeah, it was tough. It was. It kind of got me nervous because I was like, "Is this gonna represent what this Mania is gonna look like?"
That's what
You
I
know what I mean?
thought
Because it
too.
kicked off the show. I was like, "Oh, is this like?" what's to come. Like, just but hopefully, thank goodness it wasn't. Also, hopefully, he recovers um
Yeah.
soon and gets healthy and like nothing gets fucked up or whatever. Um, but yeah, that whole night, I have to ask you a question:
What? Let me know.
Bianca and Becky or Charlotte and Ronda?
Bianca and Becky.
I
What?
have Ronda and Charlotte.
I mean,
I really enjoyed that
it
match.
was a great match. It
I
was
didn't
physical.
like. I'm gonna tell you right now. Maybe it's because
It was physical. It was more physical, more like dominant
yeah.
because they went at it. They went at it.
But
And I yeah, well, go ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
tell you why I didn't like about Becky and Bianca though. There was so many kickouts. There were so many pins in that match. It started to piss me off.
Yeah,
And it was like clothesline, go for the pin. I was like, you know for damn sure
she's not
you
gonna
not
go to
winning off a
3.
clothesline. You know what I mean? Like it was just one of
Yeah.
those that was like after every move you're just gonna go for a pin.
Yeah, I didn't even
So
realize I throwing it to mention it just now,
yeah,
but I
so
was like,
kind of like slowly throughout the match. Like at the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Start off like it was a good match, not taking nothing away from the match.
yeah,
I liked the Ronda and Charlotte one more, but I think what hurt that match in my eyes was the forced finishes.
yeah.
You
But
know
what
what I
I
mean?
like, I liked like I think it was better because I think it got everyone off their feet for that match. So I was entertained. I was invested. I had my
I
eyes
feel
like
you.
glued to the screen. What I did, I'm not saying that Charlotte and Ronda was bad. It was just that what I didn't like about that match was the fact that like, of course, like they did something where like, oh, Ronda didn't see it. Like the ref didn't see, the
Oh, but
tap out. It's
I t-
like,
I told you that was happening. That's why they weren't main eventing. I told you that. I
yeah, I
told
mean,
you
yeah.
something's gonna happen that Charlotte's gonna win, and that's why they want to send the
I guess
crowd home
honestly, like
happy.
I would have rather seen Charlotte pin cleanly with the ref looking instead
No,
of just
because they're
having
gonna
Ronda tap.
they gotta build this up.
Oh, sorry
They're
for
gonna
WrestleMania Backlash. There's
yeah,
too
because
much like
yeah, this feud isn't done
sorry.
yet. This feud isn't
There's
done yet.
there's a second WrestleMania now. I forgot about
Yeah,
that. Like, I mean, I get
WrestleMania
it, but it's like
backlash.
I don't know. That kind of got me tight. I'm like, come on, just have rather have Charlotte win clean than obviously the ref wasn't looking at the tapping out.
I want Ronda to win, but even like the
Um,
finish, to be honest, I like the finish because I was like, you know
no,
what, this is a
that
this
ref
is
Charles Robinson took it like a champ. He took that spear. I'm like, oh shit, no.
yeah,
I'm like, damn, that was a hard spear.
facts. But it builds up hate for Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
Now people are just like, oh, Charlotte again. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just building up her like your hatred for her.
Yeah, I heard Ronda was pissed after the match, like, right after they went backstage, like, that should have been main event, but
I mean, you win the Rumble, you
yeah, you
main
won the
event.
Rumble.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get
I mean,
it.
I
Like,
yeah,
I get it, but I do understand the Stone Cold aspect. It's Texas. You know what I mean? You got to
yeah,
make Stone Cold main event. But I do see it both ways.
yeah. I mean,
You
it
know what
could've
I
gone
mean?
either or, but it's like, it's just so many things happening in one night, like, you can't
Yeah,
really have
cause
2 main events.
yeah, cause the whole thing is like, yo, the guys winner is main eventing. Why aren't
Yeah,
I? You know what I
that
mean?
is
It's one
true,
of
yeah.
those things.
Yeah, yeah. I understand that.
But like I said, the Becky and Bianca wasn't a bad match. It was just that one thing that I didn't like, and I thought Ronda and Charlotte just told a better story. Um,
No, I honestly thought, like, the Becky and Bianca one had told a better story. That's why I was like,
yeah,
"Why did it happen, like, so early on?" I thought
I,
it would've happened, like, right before then.
I just feel they didn't have their whole story was I she beat her in 30 seconds. It wasn't really, and then she cut her hair. It wasn't really like anything. At least Ronda and Charlotte, you know they don't fuck with each other. It's been years that
Was
you
it back-to-back
know
matches? Like, was it back-to-back? Like, Bianca
what.
and Bailey Bianca and Becky versus, each other, and then after that, was it the SmackDown title match? Or was
No,
it,
no,
like,
no. There was
them, someone else, and
something
the
I
Cody
forgot
moment? Was it the
because I
Cody
know
moment?
they were co-main event. They
Really?
were co-main event. They were right before Charlotte and Ronda. They were right before Stone Cold.
Yeah, and then
Because
what
that's
happened before
when
then?
I'm trying to think. Damn.
Yeah, because I don't
Because
I
I
thought
think
it should
Becky and
have
Bianca were
been
early.
it should have been that the Raw Women's Championship, then the SmackDown Women's Championship right after. That would've been fine with that, because I think they also told a better story than most of the cards on the night
I
as
think
well.
what was between them was
The Cody and Seth match, right?
yeah, and then also wasn't the tag match in between them?
Which one?
The the MVP of the night, Logan Paul, baby.
Oh,
Holy shit! Let's
speaking
talk
of
about
that, yeah,
that
let's talk
real
about
quick.
that.
The
He surprised me.
MVP of the night.
He
He pulled some Bad Bunny shit and
yeah, he surprised me.
incredible. Yo, he's dope as
He
hell in the ring.
he is. He is.
This yo, this these Paul brothers could
Or
do anything.
yeah,
like,
yeah, really,
like what the
really.
fuck?
They can. I didn't think he was gonna do that well. I thought it was gonna be mainly Miz, and then maybe
Yeah,
Logan Paul like does something after to get a big booty action. But then
exactly.
he did well.
And how lovely was it that the Mysterios lost? How
You, I'm so like
wow! I
I
was
thought
like, this
we
is
thought
dope.
Logan was gonna pin him, but then it was the Miz, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, it's cool, but it's like at least let Logan pin
I
him. He
want
was
Logan to get the pin. Yeah,
yeah,
and then the heel turn after. Well, not the heel turn, but like
yeah.
the baby face turn of Logan Paul.
That should have been the reason why he did the skull crushing finale. Because I thought like if he was gonna do that, at least have Logan pin and be like, yo, I should have gotten that moment, not you, type of thing.
Yeah, but I
But
think it
then
was. I think they're gonna go with it that Logan Paul outshined him. You know what I mean? They're gonna go
yeah,
with that storyline,
yeah,
and I mess with that. I like
yeah.
that because if you saw, this is jumping though, but we'll talk about this later, like into more detail. Miz on Monday squash, but
Dominic,
we'll
yeah,
but we'll
yeah.
we'll
We get
go
to
into
that.
that later.
Yeah,
But yeah, that match was dope as hell. Now let's talk about what everybody was talking about
all
Saturday
weekend.
night. Yeah, all weekend. Cody shows
Rhodes.
up. Cody shows up.
That again, like that was something that everyone was expecting, but it was a cool moment because it was
And
like,
oh, awesome moment.
would you
I'm gonna
say?
play devil's advocate.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What you gotta ask?
Would you say that was a better return than the Hardys at 33?
No fucking shot. Get
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck out of
I
here.
was gonna say I
Get
knew you were
out
gonna
of
say that.
here.
I knew you were
Get
gonna say that. I was
get out of here.
yeah, but it was the
Um,
same feeling though. It was the same feeling, but I
yeah,
think
but
the Hardy one
it's,
was better.
it's the Hardys, man.
Yeah,
It's the Hardys. And they were gone
many years.
10 years, 10,
Yeah,
11 years. So
maybe
it
yeah.
was a bigger moment.
Moment.
Cody, what and also what happened with the Hardys were you weren't sure.
Yeah, it was
Like they
like it was
lost the like
rumors.
yeah, there was rumors and then they lost the belts the night before and then was like, is it gonna happen? We don't
We
will the
don't know.
Hardys show up? I don't know. They've been talking a lot of shit since they left. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's gonna happen? Cody, they like announced it. Cody signed. This is gonna
Yeah,
happen, and then it just played out. They were like, yeah, it's gonna be Cody. Like, it was still a cool moment, but it was like one of those that was like, it has to be,
it has to. Yeah, yeah.
has to be.
There's no other
But
way. There
like
was
I,
a yeah. Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
no, no, keep going.
There was a genuine like part of me that actually thought it was gonna be Shane. I was like, they're gonna fuck around with us. Like once the lights turn off, I'm like, if we hear his theme song, I'm just gonna walk out right now. I'm not even gonna watch the rest of this. But I genuinely thought it was gonna be him for a second until I heard, the little like wrestling only
Yeah,
has one root. And then I heard that, I'm like,
royal family.
yeah. When I heard that, I'm like, I
Yeah,
popped, and everyone there was just like, oh my god, you know, it was a feel good moment, but like,
yeah, it was a
yeah,
cool moment. It was a
it was
cool
cool.
ass moment. It's it's the first guy from the other company to jump.
The first male, but
First male
B
who's a
B Priestley, she's in NXT UK.
yes, yeah, yeah,
So she's technically the first one to go, but he's the first male.
yeah. People, it was all the talk on Twitter.
Yeah.
I had to unfollow somebody just because of a take they had
Why? What did they
that
say? What did they
he
say?
said this might be bigger than when Hulk Hogan joined WCW, and I had to
Oh
unfollow
no,
them. I said just for
no.
that, just for like I get it, it's a big moment.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
trying to hype it up. You got unfollowed because of that.
yeah.
And if you watch this show, yes, I unfollowed you because of that one tweet. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you got to
did.
promote it and be like, yo,
Because wow, I saw that tweet as the match was happening, and I said, "This guy's gotta be fucking kidding me."
yeah,
So yes, like I said earlier, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I think a lot of people had you know how they say beer goggles, like graduation goggles, like you
yeah.
hate high school, and then when you're about to graduate, you're like, yo, this place was so dope. Like, I'm gonna miss this place.
You think that's what happened with Cody?
I think it was a great match. I don't like people were saying it was one of the best matches in Mania in the last couple of years, maybe in history. I didn't see it that way.
No.
I thought it was a very good match. It was a
Yeah.
very great match. I didn't see the hype behind it of being like one of the best matches in
Of
Mania history.
Yeah, I don't see it like that
I
either. I
think a
never thought
lot of
about that.
people had like the goggles on and were like, "Whoa, Cody's back," and
Yeah,
was like
it's just like
just in the moment. You know what
it,
I mean?
it was the fact that like he faced Seth Rollins, and it's like I get it. One of their top names against Cody, who came back after 6 years and 3 years
Yeah,
at AEW. It's like it's gonna be a big moment,
yeah.
and it's gonna be a big match like we saw. But it's like I wouldn't say it's top match of the night or one of the best ever.
Top match of the night. I'll tell you, top match of
It,
the night. It
yeah,
was even,
I mean it was still like I say it was a cool
but
moment
it
because
was a
like I don't,
cool moment. It was a
yeah,
great match. But yeah, that was just my one thought of the Cody thing. I think a lot of people had the goggles on for that match
yeah,
because, yeah, like I said, it was cool. It was a great moment, great match, but I didn't think it was what people were saying.
yeah. I mean like it's
But I'm
what,
happy that you agree with me because I
yeah,
thought I was the only one,
no,
and I
no,
was just like, "Fuck, do I have to go?" And I rewatched it, and I was like, "Do I have to go rewatch it again?" You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
am I missing
It's
something? Am I not seeing it?
It's definitely something that you gotta go back and watch for sure, but not like
Yeah,
one of the best ever. But the thing is, like not a lot of people are talking about with this. Well, not during the build up. Obviously, they kept it secret with who the mystery opponent was.
yeah,
But with afterwards, I didn't see people talking about it. The fact that they have history together, Rollins and Cody, and he
yes,
did mention it. He did mention it a few times. I think during interviews and stuff. Like Rhodes mentioned it. Like Seth was Dusty's NXT kids at
yeah.
first, the first ever NXT champion. Cody was the one that beat Seth, pinned Seth when they won the tag belts with the Goldust. They kind of have a history together, and
History,
people didn't
yeah.
talk about that.
They just couldn't mention it because they wanted to keep it a
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah. I mean, like afterwards, only Cody was the one that really saw that and really buzzed the internet about that. And I'm like,
Yeah, because I think what would have been cool is if they would have announced it, but like try keep it as secret as possible.
yeah,
Like have it as secret as possible that you signed him because the signing came out like weeks ago, and then it was like, okay, when's he gonna show up? You
yeah,
know what I mean? If they would have kept that a secret of him signing and just say, "Yo, Cody Rhodes is coming," everybody's like, "Get the fuck out
okay,
of
yeah,
here!" You know what I mean? And then you just have Cody just be like, "Yo, Cody, accept every interview that people are asking you for, and just say, why would I do that? I'm retired." You know what I
yeah,
mean? Downplay it. Be like, "Man, we talked, but like, why would I go back?" You know what I mean? Like, play it off,
yeah,
and then it's like Cody, and then he shows up, and then it's actually like, oh shit, you're right. Oh, he's here.
yeah.
But I think it was a cool moment, great moment. Don't
It
matter.
it
Like I said, we'll see what happens with
yeah.
him.
We'll see what
Hopefully,
happens. It was kind of like for me, it was kind of like I can't believe he's actually here again. Like for like the next 2 days, I'm like, is Cody Rhodes actually back in WWE? Like, it doesn't feel real to me. It's
yeah.
like,
It
and
wasn't
then like
until
he came out even on Raw when I was watching Raw. I'm like,
Monday.
Cody Rhodes with a WWE mic. It doesn't seem right now. I don't know
Yeah,
why. It feels
I feel
weird.
like it fits perfect. I'm just
I mean, yeah,
like,
it does, but like for me, it's like it doesn't. I don't know. It felt a little off to me,
yeah.
but also felt right at the same time. So I was like, okay,
We'll talk about that later once we
yeah,
get to Monday
yeah.
because I got a lot to say about that shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
About Monday Night
Oh,
Raw.
me, yeah, yeah. We got a lot to say, but yeah. So
But
do I. So do I. We were texting that whole night. I'm like,
you
what
know,
the fuck? But we
yeah.
got to that, yeah. But
So yeah, we
Stone,
got that match and then
yeah,
Stone
Stone
Cold.
Cold. My
Stone
God,
Cold.
when he said that,
Holy shit,
when Kevin Owens proposed the match, I'm like, is he gonna wrestle for real in a no holds barred? Is this gonna be like a serious thing? And I was like,
man.
he shout out to him though. Like, at
Yeah,
what, almost 60 in a no holds barred
exactly.
match?
Yeah, yo, WWE fucked it up though because
Why?
before Owens even came out, they put up a video of Stone Cold backstage with his tape on in the shorts
I didn't
with
even
his
see
knee
that.
braces on. Yeah, they put it like if you were scrolling through Instagram at the time, you saw it. It was like a 10-second video of him just backstage and he points at the camera. You see the tape, you see the
I didn't even see that.
brace. And I'm like, why would you even post that?
Maybe
Don't
they
let
posted it
nobody
too.
see it till
Yeah,
he comes out. You're like, oh shit, he got tape on?
yeah,
Oh shit, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I feel like you didn't see it, but the people that did see it was kind of like, fuck, you kind of messed up a little moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully, it wasn't a lot of people, but the people that were scrolling at the time saw it.
I kind of I think I said this last week when we did the prediction episodes. I thought that there was gonna be like a moment where other people were gonna show up to help him.
Yeah,
I mean, not like he would have needed it because it's Stone Cold. It would have been cool to just Stone Cold by
Stone
himself, you
Cold,
know.
baby.
But it's like I thought like maybe we're gonna have someone help him to create a big ending to a moment. You know, like maybe like I don't know, somebody back who was compete at the same time. I don't think it would have been The Rock, but
Like a
someone
Shawn
to help him.
Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, Booker T, JBL, they all came out to help out. That would have been cool
Booker
too.
T.
And it's
Oh yeah,
like
he's from Texas. I
yeah,
forgot. That's how you
because
said Booker. I was like
they
Booker
all responded to
T.
Kevin
What the
Owens
fuck?
on social media about
Yeah,
Texas, and it's like it makes sense to have all of them come out and like help him. Like Shawn Michaels super kick
facts. Yeah,
him,
it would have
Booker
been
T
dope.
to the spinneroonie, and then JBL to close on Hell.
Yeah,
That would have made sense to kind of end the match, not like throughout most of it, but to end it or
yeah.
after the match.
But I do like that they gave Stone Cold the
His moment.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I got
that
kind of
was
excited
dope
about
as hell.
it.
It
It's funny
was
because he was getting like, every couple of seconds he was throwing a beer. I'm like, dude, how many bears are gonna
yeah,
raise? Just take one
just
sip and throw
drinking
the
it.
next one. Yeah,
Yeah, what a guy.
yeah,
What a guy. And easily, as you could say, match of the night.
yeah.
Not even close. Like
It was entertaining.
entertaining.
I would admit. Yeah,
Entertaining. You guys see Stone Cold, Kevin Owens selling the shit out of it.
yeah.
Actually getting to hit a stunner on one of his heroes is fucking awesome.
Oh man, yeah.
It's like it
Yeah, what
was
a
just
moment.
a dope main event. Yeah, it was just what a moment. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and I can't believe I saw
You
him compete. At this. That's
yeah,
really cool.
you wouldn't be able to follow that if it wasn't the main event
Hmm.
because the
Yeah,
crowd would have been tired as fuck.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's probably better it didn't go. It did go as the main event
And I
because
think that's what kept people like on the, like waiting towards the end because if it wasn't the end, people probably would have left before the
yeah,
Charlotte and Ronda thing probably. And I guess why that's like I said that's why they probably kept it there. You know, I
yeah.
probably would have left before if it wasn't the main event either.
Oh, you're
So
wildin'.
I
You're
no disrespect, but I'm saying like I probably would have been like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to see the next thing.
I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna be like, Nick hates women's
No,
wrestling. Nah,
no, you made me look bad, man. You made me look bad. I don't hate women's wrestling. But like
uh,
it's what keeps the night going, I guess.
yeah.
You know, it kept everyone there. A lot of people were invested. You know, Stone Cold was taking nasty bumps, and I'm like, shout out
Oh,
to him. That would he
yeah.
probably woke up the next morning like shit. I
Hell
am
yeah.
sore. And it's like, but shout out to him though. That was a cool match. That was a cool
Hell yeah. It
ending.
was a dope ending. Then night one ends.
Yeah.
Then we wake
Right.
up. It's a brand new
New
day,
day.
and we got WrestleMania.
Mania.
Brand new day. We didn't talk about, but New Day got cut Saturday.
Yeah. I didn't yeah.
Um,
I didn't realize that first till they posted it. I'm like, what happened? Like they had tons of time for this.
don't even get me started, bro, because all these video packages, wow. Wow. We got a 2-minute Sasha Banks video. She wasn't even on the card that night, and she wasn't even in a singles match. And we got a 2-minute video for her.
You want to know what's crazy?
Say it.
That video was longer than the New Day match.
Exactly.
Yeah. A
Exactly.
video was longer than a match
Yep.
with the New Day in it. That's insane. Like I get like they could have done that match in the pre-show, even though it's not the best part. It's something if they
But
get time.
still, yeah,
You know what I mean? I would have seen like a 10-minute match on the pre-show than a 2-minute match on the card. And they
exactly.
even put the Big E's gear on. I'm like, they even
That was
respected each other.
awesome. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And
Okay,
I'm like,
so
come on.
yeah, they got cut.
Yeah,
Night two, we started. Like you said, we'll talk about New Day 2-minute match. They had the Biggie gear on. Awesome. I
yeah.
did find it a little distasteful that they showed the replay of Biggie breaking his neck.
They keep on doing that. They keep
Did
on
you
doing that, and it pisses me off.
like they showed it cool, but like on Mania, you're gonna show the replay, homie?
That's not even
Also,
part of the storyline.
yeah. And then also night two, I thought the video packages were bad night one. Night two
Was
was
worse.
fucking horrendous.
Yeah. I ignored those. I ignored those completely. I'm like, I didn't even want to see
Bro,
these. It was just
you
replays of night one. It was replays of
bro,
night
you
one,
know
literally.
for a damn fact, nobody's watching night two without watching night one.
Yeah.
Why do you guys keep showing that's why the card went so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could have cut all that out. We didn't need all recap what happened last night. We
Yeah.
didn't need all of that. Um, but yeah. So night 2, we got the matches. The women's tag.
Could have not.
It was really a 2-on-2 match. It was really
Yeah.
like even you
Most like,
saw it
when
in the
there was two,
ring. It was Alina. Yeah,
it was two in the ring and two were out of the ring at the same time. It's like they literally swapped. Like two were in the ring when two got out, two entered. It's like this
but
made
for
it
the
two on two.
last 5 minutes, it was Zelina and Carmella versus Banks and Naomi, and then like Rhea and Liv, Natalia and Shayna must have just died on the outside
Like battery is just
because we
dead
didn't
right
see
there.
them for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. It should have been like Anthony said last week. It should have just been Sasha and Naomi.
Yeah,
The other four shouldn't have
no,
been in it.
the 2-on-2. Yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been fine. Then we got the men's tag match, which was actually a good ass match, cool ass match. RK Bro.
It was.
It did have a spot at the end.
Yes, the Gable Stevenson. Pretty cool.
Yeah, fuck that spot. He had
Why?
nothing to do with the tag division. Just
It
throwing
gets
in
him
a
in. It gets
just
him in.
throwing in a spot for him. Who cares?
You know.
You
You
know
know
what
what?
I mean?
You
Like
know what
who?
annoyed me with this
Why
kid?
not? Why not? Here goes my rant for the
There you
day.
go. Go ahead.
Why
Go off,
not
King.
put him in a story like have him introduce him with somebody like a McAfee or like somebody that's having an actual one-on-one match? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not in a tag.
Yeah.
Why is he? What does he have to do with getting in the ring with them? Why
Yeah.
the fuck does he have to get in the ring with them?
And the thing
This guy
is,
hasn't even
yeah.
had a match. He's already pissing me off with the way they're booking him.
Oh
Even
man.
with the night before, Stephanie comes out for a minute.
Introduces
Another
him.
that was like a minute and a half. There you go. You don't even have to introduce him because you're already doing this spot Sunday. You could have
Yeah.
just did that one spot. Give the New Day their fucking match. You know what I mean? It's stuff
Yeah.
like that. Rant over. Go on.
It's like they show him. I feel like they showed him almost every single pay per view since like SummerSlam.
Bro,
And it's like I get it. This kid's like an Olympian. He's in college, whatever. He's good, but it's like, how much are you gonna show of him? Like, just have him debut. It would have been better
exactly.
if he debuted on Raw instead of showing 20,000 times in a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And it's like that would have been a cool debut. Like, no one's gonna expect it in the night
ex-
after Mania.
Exactly.
And it's like it was cool though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was cool that he gave Chad Gable a bump. Like, he threw him like belly to belly bump. And
I
it's
was
cool,
just
but it's
like,
like
yeah, it was. I
this.
was in my mind when they pointed to the crowd. I said, "Don't they fucking? They better not."
I thought he was gonna
And
join them.
he
You know what?
hopped.
You
And I
know,
was like,
he should have cost like somebody the match to help Alpha Academy win. That would have been cool. You know, he wouldn't start off as a heel. Like, everyone's gonna hate him directly. And
yeah,
I hated him because they showed him, like I said, every pay per view. It's like, why have the need to show this kid every single time? Yeah, we get it.
exactly.
He's big, and
Yeah,
that would have
you would
gotten
think
a lot of attention.
you would think they would be building him up as a heel, but they're not.
They're not.
They're not, which is mind blowing. But yes, so that happens, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Then what
we
was
also
next? Was it
have.
the
We'll
was
talk about it. Knoxville and Sami
yeah.
Zayn.
That was awesome. That was
I
awesome.
fucking loved it.
I
I
did.
fucking loved
That
it.
was
So
awesome.
entertaining. So
It was.
entertaining.
It was. I was laughing when Wee Man came out. Oh my
Yo,
god, I was on my feet clapping for that guy because when he picked him up, I'm like, yo, get him a fucking match with
hell yeah.
Hornswoggle tomorrow. I don't care.
Exactly. Yo.
Get him. Get him.
And that was the match of the night.
That was. I'm not gonna.
That
I
was the
hate to
match.
admit it, but it was true.
That was the match of the
Uh,
night just because it was entertaining. Everybody was into it. You know what I mean? Until McAfee came out.
oh, that yes,
McAfee in theory.
yes. That whole. We get to that part in a little
Yo,
bit, but yeah.
that was so like this guy, whoever say, because I'm one of them. I was always one of them. Kickers ain't shit. You just know how to kick. You ain't a real athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He proved everybody fucking wrong.
Yeah. It was awesome. I
The
mean,
jump to the top rope, amazing.
I didn't even know he had a wrestling ring in in his crib. And I'm like, I didn't even know that until they showed the video
Yeah,
packages. I'm like, oh, so he literally been preparing for this entire time. Because when
bro.
they did the NXT match with Adam Cole, I was like, oh, he's been training for 2 weeks. Cool.
They try to play it down.
Yeah.
I was listening to an interview. His first purchase when he first got signed to the NFL
Was it
was a
wrestling ring?
wrestling ring.
Damn. Damn.
This man has had a wrestling ring and has been trained. As you saw the videos of him, he was
Yeah.
mad young getting
He
trained.
was. I noticed that. I was
He's
like, man,
been
he was young.
training for a while. So they try to downplay an NXT with Adam Cole, but my man was training for a while now.
Yeah.
And that's why he looks like such a natural.
Yeah.
He's not like the other like celebs that get in it.
Because he's a natural athlete. That's what I was thinking
Yes.
with Logan Paul. Like
Yep. A
he's
natural
he's
athlete.
natural athlete. He's a YouTuber, yes, but like he's been boxing training for what last 4 years.
Yeah.
So he has the charisma, he has the stamina to go. It's just a little bit more
Boxer
training.
and he was the
He
Paul brothers were both wrestlers in high
yes,
school.
yeah, you did mention that. I remember that.
So
Yeah,
it's like, bro, these guys are athletes.
yeah,
So they're finally bringing in people that are athletes and not just like a fucking snooky just to promote something.
yeah, for real.
You know
And
what I
like,
mean?
but like you got the Johnny Knoxville match really
Oh, but it was
it
awesome.
surprised you. It
Yeah,
surprised you, I would
hell
say.
yeah. Hell yeah. Because I thought, to be honest, I thought it was just gonna be a squash. But it
Yeah,
was so cool that they got to do that. I wish they would have did that Royal Rumble to hype up the movie coming out.
yeah.
Because the movie's been out for a while now, but it was still cool to see.
Yeah, it was still an awesome. I mean, he brought out the big ass mouse trap. I'm like, oh shit, what's
Yeah.
gonna happen? I was like, it's gonna be dangerous right here. Something he's gonna start bleeding. He's gonna start doing something, but then it just closed. I'm like, that's awesome.
Nah, but yeah, that surprised the hell out of me.
It did.
McAfee in theory was awesome. Then we had McAfee and McMahon, which was just like
Not really.
it was
So
just a cool moment.
let's
It was just a cool moment to
yeah,
see McMahon back in the ring.
yeah.
Then we had the big Stone Cold coming out again,
Those botches,
which
those botches, by the way,
both of them.
both two. Yeah, the first one with Austin
Austin
Theory's
Theory's
theme.
music.
Yeah, they played the wrong one.
He was like,
Yeah, he was like, what's going on? But it's like,
it just shows you the man's aging, man. Just shows you the
yeah,
man's aging,
no,
and then
because I kind of understand why he got that. I'm pretty sure that he told production play Austin's theme song, like Steve Austin, not Austin Theory. I'm pretty sure it was production's fault, not McMahon's fault.
yeah,
That it
definitely,
was supposed to be Steve Austin's theme song, not
yeah,
Austin Theory's. So the
yeah.
production messed that one up, not Vince. But
Facts. And
because
it
he
fucked
got
up the
confused.
moment. It fucked up
Yeah,
the
and then
moment.
and then
But I said it. I said if McMahon gets in, like if McMahon interferes, we're getting Austin for night two.
yeah,
It happened. Um, we got the worst stunner in the world.
yeah.
We got my favorite gif ever now of McAfee with the beard. That
The
will
beard,
forever
yes,
be
that
my
was
favorite
hilarious.
gif ever.
It's like
He's
when
so
you're young, people
him
do
and
this stupid
Theory
things again.
selling the stunner was amazing. I
It
think
was.
McAfee did it the best.
Yeah, I want to go there and get
Theory did the
Thunder
one
right
that
now
he
with I want like, I don't know how to fucking wrestle, but, like, if I
I
got
would
stunned,
pay
I
to
would
get stunned by Stone Cold.
me too, me too. I'll be
I
like, "Yo, I'll fly myself out to wherever he is." I'll be like, "Yo, just
facts. You
give
know
me a
how they
stun,
say, yo, you could pay for a meet and greet? I will pay
and
extra
extra."
to get stunned.
Yeah. If there's
You
ever
let
a
me
meet
know
and
the
greet, be like, "Yo."
price, I'm there.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be like,
Crazy?
"Yo, whatever price you want, Stone Cold, I'll give
Hell
you it,
yeah.
and you stunner me. I don't care."
But that was also a cool moment. And
It was.
then what else happened that night? We got Lashley and almost.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost. Wow.
Edge
Wow.
versus AJ
Wow.
Styles as well.
Yo, first I guess the experiment's done. I guess you guys were right. I thought this was to build him. I guess it was to build Lashley.
Yeah.
But until Monday, but
Yeah.
that's later on.
Yeah.
Then Edge and AJ, come
They
on, it's Edge and AJ.
of
Um,
course, but that ending, I was not
disappointing end.
expecting.
Disappointing end.
Why? You thought AJ was gonna win?
The
Oh,
distraction.
yeah. I mean, it was a
I was
cool
fine with
moment.
AJ. I
Yeah.
was fine with AJ losing. It was yeah. I was fine with it. Afterwards, I was like, okay. But at the moment, it was like, you're gonna end the match like this.
Yeah.
Like not even like hyping into like the way of like I'm trying to think of it like maybe Edge saying on the past couple of Raw saying he's trying to get followers or whatever. Like if you were hyping it
Yeah.
up, you know what I mean? It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But now we'll see what happens with that because I think they should just get a whole bunch of young people in that group.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like,
I,
just make it a young group and then just build up guys with edge,
yeah, I
and then
think
just do it from there.
Priest makes sense. Um, he has like that goth character.
Rhea
I
Ripley would make sense too.
I think Rhea and Liv as a tag team. Throw
Yes.
them in there. They've been teasing. They were teasing a breakup on Monday. No,
Yeah.
keep them together. They're the only team from Sunday that makes
Makes
sense.
sense. Yes.
Keep them
Yes.
together. They should have won the titles.
And
Keep
then
them
join
together
Edge.
and have them under Edge.
That would be
And
dope.
then this gives Liv the no pun intended. This gives Liv the edge that she's been needing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would have given it a bigger ass push. Like
And
that's
then
it would have been her
why
moment.
not? You got this guy coming up, throw him in there. Tommaso, he's crazy. He has like a dark
Yeah.
character. Why not?
Put
Fuck
put
it.
put that guy T-Bar in there. I don't give a fuck. I mean, he's not doing anything. Just
Yeah, change
put
his
him in them.
change his
Change.
fucking
Yeah.
name.
Give
Like
him the
you
same. Keep
know,
the character. Change the name. Like who? No one's gonna call him
yeah.
T-Bar. I hate the name T-Bar.
No one will care. That's the
No one.
one name
Yeah.
change no one would give a fuck about.
Yeah. Just
You know what I
get
mean? People will
just
actually be happy
just
with
name
the
him
name change.
Dijakovic again. Be like, I don't care. I would rather have that
Exactly.
than T-Bar. And then they like singular names. Just call him
Yeah,
Dijakovic. You already got
exactly.
Mysterio, so might as
Who
well.
else? What else we
Um,
had? We had that and then the
the main
main
event.
event.
The main event.
The
You
greatest main event in
not
WrestleMania
not the
history.
greatest, the biggest. They didn't say greatest. They said the biggest
The
main event. It's a
biggest.
difference. It's
Still
a
a fucking
difference.
lie. Still a fucking lie.
So- yeah, but like I told you, like you didn't realize he got hurt. I think both of them were hurt. Honestly, I think that's why they kind of ended it early. I think both of them were hurt
I
because the reason. Like, so I told you
to
about
me,
Roman's. I told you about
yeah, the
Roman's
arm.
shoulder. Yeah, because not a lot of people
Yeah,
saw it. Because when he picked up the belts, not like when he was in the ring, he was like lifting his arm
I
and
think it
like
was just great selling. Cause then on the stage he was holding both of them up, putting them like this, holding
sideways.
them
Yeah,
up. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I
but
was like,
you
cause
saw
he
the pictures though.
cause then I even texted you. I said, yo, he forgot to sell on the stage. And then I sent
Yeah.
you the picture with him like that. And then right after he does this, I was like,
But
this
then saw the
man.
actual pictures during the match when he had his shoulder separated.
Yeah,
That kind of looked real to me. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know though. I think it was more that it was just a lump from something else. Like maybe he
Yeah,
got hurt, like something got swollen during the match.
yeah, yeah,
Because if something popped out, somebody needs to pop it back in. You ain't
yeah.
doing that
I think he
yourself.
did. I think he did.
I don't know, homie.
Yeah, someone. I think Michael Cole
I
said he
still
popped it in. I don't know.
I still think it's a cop out for the shit finish we had.
Yeah, I mean, like
That
the
finish was disgusting.
the reason why I thought like Brock actually got legitimately injured because he was selling the rib injury. He barely sells an injury in the ring. If he gets injured, he just goes with it.
Yeah, but he
But
respects Roman.
yeah,
They've had 3 matches together. He respects him. So he's
yeah,
gonna sell. He sells for who he wants to.
yeah. That is
Taker,
true.
he's gonna sell.
Yeah,
Cena, he's gonna sell. You know what I mean? I think
that
he
is true.
respects Roman. So I think he would sell for Roman.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
It was just I think that's why they would try and say like the one spear took him out because of the ribs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I just to
it
me, I just
was.
didn't like the finish. I was like, ooh. And it
Yeah,
kind of fucked up the whole night too for me. I was just like, that's how you gotta end it. Like we just had
exactly.
this night one ended with Stone Cold. Like we knew Roman was probably gonna win, but like that. First,
Hey,
you say his arms popped out the socket, right?
yeah.
Then all of a sudden he hits a spear, match over. It was like, what? That was
How
just
do you
two
spear
different
him with
things. Like,
how do you spear him with the injured shoulder? Like, I think he used the shoulder that he injured too. That was the weird thing.
Nick,
And I kind of
Nick,
expected it too
thank you.
because like Roman and Brock matches are like in and out. It's like they it's a fast paced match,
This was actually a
but
good one though.
yeah, it was good.
This
And then they
was
just ended it
kind
early.
of reminded me like WrestleMania 31. It was actually
Yeah,
a good match.
but
And then
and
you got this shit ending. And it was just like,
why?
why? Like,
And then I guess we can get to the Monday Night Raw because I was going to say something
okay,
about the
yeah.
Raw
Let's talk about
because
Raw.
I'm going to start off with his segment at the end
How
of
you,
the show.
oh, you
It
wanted to
was
start with that? Okay.
yeah, I was going to talk about that because like
Okay.
basically I saw
It
on
was a
Twitter and I kind of agreed with it. It was like Roman Reigns coming out at the end was basically like, the whole made the whole Raw look like it was a promotion for SmackDown.
It was a SmackDown ad. You
Yeah,
watched a
you said,
3-hour
didn't you say
show
it?
for a SmackDown ad.
You were the one that told me that, right? I
Yes.
think so. Yeah, yeah, you were the one that told me that. I'm like, this is basically a SmackDown advertisement. It's like you waited all 3 hours to say, "Oh, turn into SmackDown."
Bro,
Like
what?
that didn't make sense. That didn't
Yeah.
make sense.
First of all, you just had the like you said, the biggest main event WrestleMania
Yeah,
history. He should open the show. He's a
exactly.
unified champ. And
And
you open it
you
with
give him a
Cody.
5 minute second segment.
Yeah, you give him well after he made his 20-minute entrance.
Yeah,
Because I remember looking at the clock, it was like 10:40. I was like 10:40 something. I was like, okay, he got time. Then he was making the entrance. By the
it's like
time he held
five
the
minutes
mic, I
left.
was like, it's 10:55, homie.
Yeah,
It took you 10 minutes to get to the ring.
yeah. It was
Um,
just so weird.
but yeah, I thought he should have opened it. I guess they wanted Cody to open it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like
I
the I guess the moment that everyone wanted to see answers from right away instead of waiting until the end, which would have given you like would have made everyone watch till the end because you have Cody who's obviously started AEW, who's been with AEW the past 3 years. You're gonna
yeah,
want to hear from him.
yeah.
You wouldn't want to hear what he has to say. So why as well put that at the end?
But then Cody said nothing.
It's basically
It was an
what he
AEW
says. Yeah, I
promo.
was
It
gonna
was
say
a
this.
fucking
I was gonna say what he typically says on AEW. It's like the same
It
thing.
was a promo that niggas usually boo because it's not
Yeah.
AEW, and we're like, "Yo, Cody can't
Uh,
cut a promo." And then after he does it on Raw, everybody's like, "That was one of the greatest openings to a Raw in a while." It was like, "Get the
he
fuck
says that
out
on
of here!"
AEW. I'm like,
It was out, and then he did his because people are gonna be like, "Oh no, you can't fake that." He did his fucking fake voice crack, which he does every fucking. He did it during the promo where he ended racism. Do you remember that
yes,
promo?
yes. It
He
was.
did the voice crack
He ended
here.
racism. Yeah,
Anytime he mentions
his
fucking
family is like,
Dusty
yeah,
or Liberty, he wants a voice crack.
and then
I was
Brandy
just
is like,
like, don't even get me fucking
yeah,
started on her.
yeah, yeah.
From what I heard, she had conversations this weekend,
With who?
WWE,
About what?
and she's back to training. And no, thank you.
Oh,
No, thank
where the
you.
fucking American, the Nightmare Factory,
Listen,
please. Like,
listen,
don't.
listen. If they go this route, if they keep giving Cody a mic on Monday nights, it's gonna be the same effect.
You want
It's gonna be the
to,
same thing. AEW fans got tired of it.
and
So
it's gonna
he
happen
said,
in
well, I think to be honest, he was like, I'm not turning heel. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go to the other company. I'm gonna get my bag. I want to be there anyway. I want to be the champion.
yeah,
I'm gonna go there and stay a babyface. But if you keep
this
cutting the same promos you've
promos.
been cutting, and they let him do it every week, gonna get boring.
Want to hear something that you're gonna hate and probably gonna hate me for saying,
What's up?
and probably not gonna want to do another episode after this. Um,
Love it.
what when you said that Brandy's training in the ring? What does this fucking leads to? Oh my god, I do want to say it.
Don't say it. Don't say it. 'Cause I
Oh.
already know what you're gonna say.
You know
So
what I'm gonna
fucking
say?
say it. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I know what you're gonna say. Say it because I know.
It's gonna lead to a fucking mixed tag team match with fucking Seth and Becky. I swear to God, I'm gonna punch my TV screen. I'm gonna punch my TV screen. Yeah, he's not coming back. He is not coming back. Oh, he's coming back. It's gonna lead. It's. Oh my god! Exactly why I didn't want to
I
say it.
knew that's where you're going with it. And to be honest, when I heard it, I thought the same thing.
I'm like, this is definitely gonna lead to that match, and
This
it,
is definitely gonna be a big SummerSlam match.
yeah, and I don't want. It's
Or
definitely
big
gonna happen. It's
not
WWE though.
SummerSlam, because now I think the big pay-per-view is Money in the Bank.
That's
It's
yeah.
in
That's gonna be in the same arena that SummerSlam happened last year,
yeah, SummerSlam's in a regular ass arena.
and
It's
then
the
yeah,
last week of July,
yeah. They changed
which
the date, which is
which it
weird.
makes sense. SummerSlam should be in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, I guess
But you've always had it at the end.
because
But
it
then
was
it's
the end of
come
the. It always promoted as the ending of the summer thing, but now it's like in the middle
yeah.
of the summer.
But now, I don't know if you heard, they're planning a pay-per-view at the beginning of September.
In England? Is that the England one? England one?
the same weekend as All Out, All
Yes.
In. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard about that.
we'll see what happens.
But
But
God,
yeah. So if you keep doing the same promos,
people are
you're
gonna
gonna
hate
get the
you.
same reaction. Like, yeah, it's gonna be cool for a little bit because it's brand new on WWE. But
It's the same thing, and it's like
yeah,
I get he wants the title, but it's like just let him do a normal feud where it's like we don't have to feel bad for Cody. You
you
know
didn't
what I
have
mean?
to bring that up. Yeah, that's what they want.
They want us to
You'd be
feel
like,
bad for him.
oh, Cody.
Cody, and like, it's like
His dad never won it, so he wants to win it. Guess what, Cody? Who gives a fuck?
watch
You know,
when
like
the first time we see Brandy on WWE television again. I swear to God, if she has the same attitude where she has to like, oh, I'm that bitch, like fucking cares, like
I could,
relax, like y'all not cool
I
like
could
that.
care less about Brandy
Yeah, it's
and the
like it's the
promo
same.
on and like the promo on Monday killed my energy for Cody a little bit because I was like, this is the same like
And
promo you've been cutting for months.
he started the same way as he did his last promo in AEW.
Yeah.
He was like, "What should we talk about?" I'm like, "Oh
And
God,
then what about the quote he said that came from Kung Fu Panda? What you doing, homie?
that was from Kung Fu Panda."
Yeah.
How
He
the
was
fuck do
like,
you know that? I
he was
didn't
like,
even know.
I saw it on Twitter.
Okay, I was like, "Damn, I didn't know
Somebody
that."
put up the clip. He was like, "Oh, I done a bit of reading and I came across this quote." No, homie, you've been watching movies with your daughter and you across this quote.
You heard the quote. You didn't read the
Yeah,
quote.
like
Like,
you could just say, "Yo,
yeah,
I heard this quote once." Da da da. It
yeah.
would have been, "All right, cool." But for you to say, "Yo, I've been reading and I came
That's
across
so
this
much,
quote,"
that's hilarious.
and then
That's
for
actually
people
hilarious.
to find the quote is from Kung Fu Panda, what are you doing,
I didn't
man?
even know that's hilarious. Oh God.
It was just
Uh,
it kind of killed the energy I have for Cody in
yeah,
WWE because I was like, if they're gonna go this way, if they keep going this way, people are gonna get tired of him here too.
yeah.
He's gonna eventually have to turn heel, and he doesn't want to, but he's gonna eventually have to do it.
But
The
I
only
just,
reason he
yeah,
doesn't want to be heel is because his father wasn't heel.
yeah.
He
And the
was the
thing is,
American dream.
it's just I hope this feud with Seth doesn't really happen with these promos. I hope they take it serious instead of just like I said, making every Cody promo of oh my God, I feel bad for him. Just make it a serious promo to make me invested instead of like making like I said, the Cody the good guy to make him feel bad.
Yeah,
And it's like just change that narrative and you're fine. And it's like you don't need to have to feel bad for him. He's good. You know, like you said, the reason why we hated him in AEW is because he had the same promo every single time.
yeah.
And like
I was fine with him in AEW. I had no problem with him. It was just they put him in the TNT picture again. I was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
he held it for like a month, and it's like, why even give him the title woman? Like, I
It
get
was
it,
just
his last
weird.
run.
Yeah. I think it was that his last run he wanted to hold the
Yeah,
title one more time, I guess. But it was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, so that happens. It's like, okay, this is the way they were starting off Monday Night Raw. Plus the crowd was
they were invested, I would say, but it's
there
weird.
was no pop when he came out. I feel
Did you
like the
see it?
crowd was off the whole night.
Did you see his head just peeping out there before the even song is even hit? I'm
Bro, it
like,
was bad.
it's,
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Just
Yo,
duck down a little bit, man.
the
Duck down a little
production
bit.
crew this past weekend, fire every single one of them.
They
In the
fucked
middle
up
of
a
2
lot.
counts, in the middle of 2
They
counts,
switched off of the
cut
crowd, right?
and show a reaction. What are you doing?
And it's like,
I'm trying to watch the match. What the
it's like,
fuck is
well,
that?
you're gonna miss the fucking the 3 count. It's like that moment when Edge came back and they switched off the spear. I'm like, why would you switch off that?
Bro, what about I forgot Charlotte's the name of her move that she does over
She
like
flips off the top, like backwards on the top rope. Yeah, I don't know
no
what
no
that.
no not when she comes from the corner and like you're on your knees.
Oh
I
yes,
forgot,
yes, that
I
that
forgot
finisher move.
what they
Yeah,
call that. But she hit that while they were showing a replay. The commentators go crazy because then she goes for a pin. You didn't even see the move. You just see
yeah,
the
the big
count
ass
start.
replay.
Yeah, like it was just bad.
Yeah,
It was just tough. But all right. So
through the night of Monday Night
production,
Raw. Yeah,
Cody, Monday Night Raw so far, a dud.
yeah,
Um
fucking
Mysterio versus Miz.
the
Mysterio
squash
versus
match.
and Miz fucking squashes Dominic like the bug that he is.
And then guess who
Easily
came
too.
after?
Easily. And then
Veer came.
Veer had
The
arrived. Wow.
what a guy. First match against Rey Mysterio, by the way, next Monday Night on Raw, which is pretty insane.
Fire. The way
Like
he was
even
throwing him around like a child.
both of them. It was like you told me like he's gonna be built up better, and I agree. Like he's gonna be built up better than Omos. I can already
Bro.
tell. His first match
Bro.
against Rey Mysterio. Come on,
If you gave me a choice between Veer,
and Omos,
no, and Stevenson,
Stevenson, you choose Veer.
Veer. Look
Yeah,
at the two debuts they both had in the ring. Like the first time they both stepped into a ring.
yeah,
I'm taking Veer. They're gonna tell you it's Stevenson though.
yeah,
WWE's gonna say Stevenson is the guy, but he's
yeah,
not. Veer, yo, and then the way he just manhandled them. And then the wonderful
yeah,
picture that I'm gonna get framed so I can hang it back here that he has Dominic, and Dominic is just screaming. Did you see
yeah.
that
I
picture?
did.
Oh man, you gotta post it on the page. I'm gonna send it to you again
Yeah, send it
so
to
you
me,
can
and then
post it on the page
yeah,
because wow, what a time!
what
What
a
a time!
time.
I was like, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. And then after that, Raw becomes a blur, as it always does.
Oh, wait, can we just talk
Because
about
then we
this?
got what happened.
We forgot the fucking Kevin Owens and oh, Elias's younger brother, fucking Ezekiel, comes out.
I didn't even want to
Like
mention that, but yes,
I
yes,
literally saw that. I started laughing, and I'm like, what did they do to this guy?
I laughed for a moment, and then I said, "No, they're
And
serious
then
about this.
yeah, I thought it was a joke too. I thought it was a joke,
They're
but they're
serious
actually
that they're gonna
serious.
go with this."
Yeah,
And he does look like Macho Man. He does like he just
still
needs the
does.
beard. He just needs the beard, and he
All
needs
these
to ooh yeah the talk, and then that's it. It's over, and he got it.
they basically kept the same thing, but they wanted to change in the first place. And I'm like, what was the point of this whole repackage?
I
Like,
love the walk with
I was not
Elias.
expecting the name change, and I'm like, when I saw Ezekiel, pretty sure tons of other people thought it was Ezekiel Jackson.
That was the first person that
Yeah,
popped into my mind.
me
I
too.
said,
I'm like,
"Get out of here!
I was like,
Is
this
he
is
about
so
to?"
random.
I
I
was like,
was
"What? Talk about return."
yeah. Speaking of, there was none even on Raw this past week, anyways. But
Question:
yeah,
Is Monday after is the Raw after Mania over?
I think so. I
I
think
mean, we
so.
got because it's always like one hot night, and then we get Raw. Now we got two back to back.
I think they didn't want to put enough effort to making it 3 nights, but you know,
It was,
I don't know.
and then we got the tag matches. We got the Carmelo and
Most
Zelina
But
breakup.
most of them were rematches. You got the rematch for the women's tag
Yeah,
titles, and it was like, why?
they this thing Rhea and Liv teasing the breakup. They gave us Edge and Priest promo, which wow, the crowd shitted on them.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah,
I even felt bad for them. I was like, this is
for real.
actually an interesting concept. And y'all just shitting all over it.
Yeah,
It was just bad. And then what happened after that? I'm just, like Raw's
I
just like
yeah, it was just it felt like
after
a
the
blur.
after Veer like after Cody, Ezekiel, Veer, after that was
I don't remember. Like honestly, I wouldn't be able to remember much either. Honestly,
I
it
know
happened
Austin
2 days ago,
Theory.
and it was
Oh, Austin Theory fought. They had the
yeah, it
three
was a
on three
6-man
match.
tag.
Yeah,
It
they
was
had the three on
he
three
pinned
match.
Balor again. Then I don't know. After not even having a match on Mania, he pinned him again. Which, like I said, like I don't mind him going for the U.S. title, but like don't get pin like have Finn take the pin every time. Like
Yeah.
at least have them win,
But I think it was
and not
more
have
that
Theory take the pin and for his team.
well, I think it was more like a couple weeks ago that not a couple weeks ago, like a couple months ago when Theory was fighting Balor, that Balor was just pinning him every week. So I
Yeah,
think this is just them making up for it so that when they do fight for the title, it's kind of like an even slate.
yeah.
So I think that's where they try and go for it. What else happened?
This
It's
is really
bad that
just a
we don't
blur.
know. It's
Yeah,
bad that we don't know. It's a
yeah,
Monday after a fire ass weekend. But they do this to us every mania that they're like, whoa, we have so much potential going into the future. Like this year's about to go crazy. Like we could do this, we could do that, they could do this. And then the Monday after Mania is usually dope. And then it's not till May that they start letting us down.
Yeah.
No, once they gave Cody the mic, they said, "We tricked you. We tricked
Yeah.
you. We got you. We fucking got you." Uh,
Because that is true. Like, I thought there was gonna be a
we got you.
return. I thought besides fucking Ezekiel, I thought there was gonna
I
be a return.
Oh, we had the NXT title where I thought Breaker was gonna get
Yes,
called up.
yes, yes. Yeah, we talked about that before.
Disgusting.
Oh god, that was not even a great
And the
Raw to
crowd
me.
didn't even care.
No one cared. Yeah,
The crowd didn't even care. Now I'm thinking,
it wasn't
I
even a big
think
deal for him.
I think SmackDown should not be in the same town. I think that's what hurt Raw.
Yeah.
Not because they gave us a shit show, but off the reactions off the fans that they weren't really into anything. Like even like I said, Cody didn't even get a pop. Like he
Yeah.
got a reaction, and then even when he was like trying to play it off that he was getting a big ass reaction, did you peep that? That
What?
he
Yeah,
wasn't
he
talking for a little
was.
bit. He was like,
Yeah, he was like
he
that's.
wasn't getting that big of a reaction.
Yeah, he was trying to hype up the crowd, but it was
It
like,
was,
no, dude, yeah,
yeah,
it's not
he
even
was
working, man.
like, I get it. He was trying his best.
Yeah,
It wasn't working though.
no one
Like
got into it.
difference between that, like that he couldn't talk, and the reason why Undertaker couldn't talk were two different
Yeah,
reactions.
yeah,
Like, yeah, you had some Cody chants and stuff, but it wasn't like what usual
and he tried to
Raw after Mania felt.
play it off as if he couldn't like talk. He was like he'd start and then he'd just start and stop.
Yeah,
Like fucking say a word. You can
yeah,
say
yeah.
something.
So they were, I think, having 4 shows in a row, 5 if you go to NXT, is gonna
Yeah,
burn out fans.
yeah,
Get rid of SmackDown. Make SmackDown in another town like Houston or
yeah.
Austin, something that's in Texas but away from the
Dallas,
Mania crowd. Yeah.
because they've already seen
Um,
enough. You want a whole new crowd that
you're
hasn't
gonna be
experienced that level
you're
yet.
gonna be burnt out by Sunday.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I think that kind of hurt Raw with the reactions and stuff, but also they just gave a shitty show. And then we had the SmackDown ad at the end.
yeah. I was like, oh, wait till Friday to fucking hear what I got next. I'm like, after that, I just turn on the TV. I'm like, you know what? I don't
It
know.
was just like, wow, what's like after the weekend they like again, WrestleMania weekend was awesome.
Yeah,
Like
it
one
was.
of a great WrestleMania, but just to like come off of that and do nothing with it was tough. Like, wow, how could you do that? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like that was just it was rough.
yeah, it was. It was hard to
But
watch.
hopefully now, because of the ad that I got on Monday, I
I
will be
better get a good
watching.
SmackDown. Yeah, you
Yeah,
better get a good
hopefully.
SmackDown. That's all I
Hopefully.
care about. If that's not
Yeah.
even good, then like, uh, I don't know what's going on here.
And
Because
now
they should
also,
have kept the momentum going. Honestly, like they were in
yeah,
Dallas, it was still fired. They just keep it going.
yeah. I think also because you could have just put matches together that could have just got the crowd hyped. You
Yeah,
know, Monday after Mania, it's a clean slate. All the rivalries are dead. You don't really need to build up any new ones. You
yeah.
could have,
That 6-man tag was a perfect match. I think that was a good match to
yeah, it was a
have.
good match, but like that was the only one.
Yeah,
You could have gave me like a Theory and AJ, you know what I mean? Like just matches that you wouldn't regular see, and then be like, okay, yeah, oh,
yeah. Just
this is just to
now,
hype up the crowd. Yeah, like,
yeah. Like
but
it's
it
fun
was,
matches to see. It didn't
yeah,
have to be like a serious night. Just make it fun
yeah. You
because it's
could have even
still
gave us the NXT match. Like, oh, we're gonna highlight NXT, one-on-one match. We're gonna have
yeah.
boom, throw it in
Braun
there.
Baker versus like maybe call up, um, not call up, but like bring up maybe the Usos brother for one night. He doesn't. It's not a call up, but it's just like there you go. He's
Put,
dope in the
put the
ring.
put the guys that were in the ladder match. What was it? 6 of them,
Six,
3-on-3,
5, yeah, yeah.
easy. You know what I
Shout out to
mean?
Grayson Waller for that spot during that. Like he actually broke his elbow. I think he's legitimately hurt.
For real.
Yeah, I saw a video of him with the cast on, so I'm like, shit, he's out for a while.
Tough. You know
Oh, but I
what?
think
He's the
never
only.
mind.
Yo, I don't know what it is about him, man. I'm still not sold on him.
You're not.
Grayson, yeah.
I think he's dope in the
Like
ring.
NXT is finally growing on me, and he's just one that is just like,
He's dope in the
alright.
ring. I'll give him the ring. His in ring ability is pretty cool. So I'm not
Yeah, yeah,
too
but
mad about that.
he did take a nasty
Yeah,
bump.
that was a nasty one.
But yeah,
Santos
yeah,
Escobar should be called up by now.
don't even get me started with that
Like he,
because what we doing? What we
yeah.
doing?
It should the
Are we
match
just
that should
gonna
have
keep him down
happened.
there like Champa? We're just
Yeah,
gonna keep him down there?
the match should have been like on Raw. Should have been in Legato versus like three guys from Raw.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like it
Just
could have
have
been RK Bro
fun
or something else.
matches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be
Just need
serious.
exactly. You just need fun matches.
Yeah,
Why not? You know what I mean? But
yeah,
yeah, but we got what we got. Hopefully
yeah,
SmackDown's better. Hopefully this isn't what it's gonna look like in the future. Hopefully we start building it up. Hopefully they
yeah,
don't get Cody the mic as much. Because if they start doing what AEW did with CM Punk and giving him the mic every week, it's not gonna work.
yeah,
Because you see it's not working at AEW.
yeah.
Please don't do it with
At least,
Cody.
at least give
Especially the promos that he's cutting. Don't do it.
at least give Rollins the mic next week so I kind of see him talk
Please.
because all he
Yeah.
just did was walk out, handshake, and leave. Like I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be, but
Yeah. It's,
um,
I don't know.
give him something to do. Let him do
Exactly.
most of the talking and make it serious. So that way, it's not
Fact.
all about Cody and like something like that.
Yeah.
What else happened this past weekend? What else happened?
Ring of Honor killed it.
Yeah,
Impact killed it. GCW fucking a whole bunch of
always kills
fucking
it.
shows
Yeah,
they had.
yeah,
Incredible. Spring Break, amazing. Spring Break Part 2 was dope as hell.
yeah,
A lot of people, like I think it was oh man, I forgot who it was that posted on Twitter. They had like 12 matches this one weekend. Like in the indie darlings were fucking killing it.
yeah. They were,
You know what I mean? Like incredible.
they were.
Incredible. Um but yeah,
We
I love wrestling, man.
Yeah, it was the
I
greatest
love
time.
wrestling.
It was. It
Uh,
was from start
uh,
to finish. Friday
yeah.
through Sunday was awesome. Monday, we can erase that from memory this
Yeah,
year.
please,
We can
please.
erase that from memory. I'm trying not
Yeah.
to remember what happened on Raw. I was just try and NXT too this week. Like, oh my god, it was so bad, bro.
Yeah, it was tough.
Oh god, I don't. It is so annoying how you just bring up the next two shows after Mania. That's what you put on. Like, come on. That should have been
Mhm.
your biggest Raw and NXT and hopefully SmackDown of the year. Not
Exactly.
even before one. Those are the after. Like the aftermath
You
should have been.
hit you hit a 2 million rating,
Yeah,
and guess what? That shit's gonna go down next week because of the show you fucking put on. People were
yeah.
hype. After the mania you put on, people were fucking hype.
I
And then
wasn't
you do this
satisfied.
shit. And I was
I
like,
was not satisfied.
nah.
And it
Nah.
was just like annoying, and I was just really annoyed.
Especially the cards they put on. It was like, yo,
Yeah,
this is it. This is it. The Monday after Raw, all you gotta do is hit it out the park, or even just a base hit, and you win the game.
yeah.
And you couldn't even do that.
They straight up hit a foul ball.
Yeah.
Baseball
No, they
references there.
they,
They,
they dead just looked down the middle and said strike three.
yeah,
You know what
strike.
I mean? It was
Yeah,
just like shit. Like
yeah.
it was just tough.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
strike one. Tuesday was strike two. We'll see if Friday goes.
Yeah.
If SmackDown goes down without
SmackDown is
even
good.
swinging, it's gonna be tough. It's
It
gonna be
is.
tough.
It is. Oh god. I don't know. This is yeah. We gotta wait and see to see if
Yeah,
SmackDown is good
yeah.
on
We'll see
Friday.
what happens. And like I said, usually they start the downfall in May. Hopefully, this isn't the downfall.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
that they
too
got
soon to have a
especially
downfall.
that Money in the Bank is in July. There shouldn't be a downfall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Especially if SummerSlam is in July. It should not be a downfall at all
exactly.
until then.
Yeah,
Like I don't care if like it happens like in August now or like after. It's whatever. It's from January to July. It should be the most important months of the year, and
exactly.
that's most of the year already. It's not even half of that. So it's like you got to do something big now or go home.
Yep,
It
exactly.
doesn't make sense.
But now until the next big show. When's the next big pay-per-view
Summer's Money
is
in the Bank. I think it's in June.
Money
Believe
in
it's
the
in
Bank.
June.
But wrestling in general, it's double or nothing, right? They're in May.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Double nothing. Yeah.
May
But
then
WWE is Money in the
then
Bank.
I think Money in the Bank is SummerSlam. Now that I'm thinking about it. If they're in the stadium, there's gotta be something big planned.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
They're
Is
gonna
it
have
gonna
to
be
do,
as of right now? It's on Saturday. I think I heard something that might change to Sunday. I'm
oh,
not
I thought you were
sure
gonna say
why.
2 nights. I was gonna throw this
Oh
mic at
no,
you through
no,
the computer.
no, no. I was gonna end the show right here. I'll be like, no. But like I heard it's gonna be on Sunday instead of Saturday. It's really scheduled for Saturday, but I
Okay.
think it's
I would
I
I
heard it
like
was gonna
I
change.
like the Saturday pay-per-views a little
Yeah.
more just because Sunday you don't got nothing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Monday I gotta get up for work. What are you doing?
Exactly. I don't wanna go to sleep late and then wake up the next day. Like,
Exactly. Like but yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
yeah, yeah. Like
Only hope that goes up from here.
for real, for real. That's what I'm hoping.
Facts.
I guess we can just end the episode off here.
Yes, sir.
Recap Mania weekend. Episode. Like, thanks for everyone listening so far. Go subscribe to our channel.
Facts.
Follow us on other platforms: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anywhere you can find us. Really, um, give this video and subscribe to us again. Give us a comment.
Question: was this our second Mania coverage?
Yeah, we did it last year. Yeah,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
didn't do the year before.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying, is it 2 or 3?
it's the
Second
second one. Yeah,
Mania coverage. Let's
it
go.
is.
Let's get
Yeah,
it. The
let's get
second
it.
of many. Let's do it.
Many, many more. Exactly. Exactly. This is episode number 72 of the Ring Fanatics Podcast. I'm Nick with Joel, and we'll see you guys next time.
Catch ya.